they're going to be.
Hey, Thomas, mate. I shagged your lass last night.
Piss off.
Lastly, Big, there's been a major scandal recently involving a good friend of yours.
Hey, Thomas. I think they're talking about you here.
Broke of his alleged affair
Me?
with fellow
You
Sky
look
Sports
on TV.
Tomas Fister's wife, who was sacked from his job and is now gone into hiding.
Turn it up.
Some people are actually saying that you may know where he is. Is that true?
Bastard.
Look, he's made a mistake. We've all made mistakes.
How many times have I interviewed
in this
him?
day and age, people just don't want to forgive people for their mistakes. He's lost his job. He did a great job at Tranmere, and he's lost his job because of it. I know Thomas. I've interviewed him before, and I think he was supposed to be interviewing me today instead of you, wasn't he? So you know, it's not the greatest situation. I just hope GW enjoys his new life in Scandinavia. Somewhere in Scandinavia. He's a good lad.
Going, don't we?
We all need to forgive him.
Catch you out, right, mate.
Forget about it.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Scandinavian Getaway with me, GWFM, and you know, it's episode 6, and I've got a few things just to show you. We'll start off with the recent results. Last time you joined us, I believe, I can never find it since I've knocked this to be smaller. Last time you joined us, it was Vesta 2 and B71. We won both those games, and we continued as awesome form, going into the bottom of the league clash against TB2. Well, I said bottom of the league clash. They are bottom of the league. They haven't won a game all season, and this time they didn't even score a goal past us as they did before. Hat-trick from Johan Bergson Johansson. I think I showed him last time, if I remember rightly. He went on to score another hat-trick in the very next game in a 5-1 demolition of second place at the time. Might have been third place at the time. AB Fro, second team. We just destroyed them. It was fantastic. Then we played EB/Streamer 2, and we beat them 3-2. A little bit nervy towards the end. We got a late confirm, if you like, and they got an equaliser straight after. But then we hit a little bit of a blip in terms of we lost to Scala at the second team at home, 5-3. It was very disappointing. We actually got outplayed massively. Some really poor performances, particularly in defence. But anyway, we move on into a 7-3 away win against MB. So yeah, that was very, very nice indeed. Who got all the goals? I think there were a couple of braces. Yeah, 3 braces and an own goal. And then last time, another loss. So we've lost 2 in the space of 3 games after going, I think it was 18 games, I think, without losing. So very impressive season so far. We're only predicted to finish top half. We're predicted to finish second bottom. But we're doing really, really well. But Vesta beat us 1-0. A penalty as well. And I think we hit the post, I think 2 or 3 times, if I remember rightly. But never mind. Next thing I want to show you is my profile, because as you can see, we're showing a few little improvements, which is very pleasant to see. In particular, I like the fact that motivating is up to 6, because that's my bread and butter in terms of Football Manager. I like to have decent motivating, and if I can, man management as well is usually quite good as well. And then the only other thing to show you is there's a bit of transfer activity here. Magna Van, I'm going to try and get him in the van. His weakness is his determination is only 2, but I like the fact that his physicals are quite good in terms of he's stronger than every defender that we've got. So he might be coming in. We've got Samal Hansen, who's going to be coming in as an assistant manager, sorry. He's going to replace a current one, and I do like the fact that his goalkeeping attributes are absolutely outstanding for this level. And there's some decent player ability and potential judging as well. I'm quite pleased with that one, if I'm honest with you, as well as some decent coaching attributes, like standard ones for this level. So yeah, looking forward to them. But the reason I'm on this is on the transfer history. Look at all the players we've signed. But we've actually released some players as well, if I can just find where they are. Yeah, here we go. I've released 3 players, and the reason being they've been kicking up a fuss. There is a couple of players that have actually played for us, which is a shame I've let them go. But Kasper Rasmussen was the first one to come along and start complaining about not playing, but as you can see, he's pretty turd. Next one is Jakob Poulsen, who actually played quite a few games at right back for us, but he was deemed only like a half-star player even before the other players came in. That's the thing, I need to show you all the players, don't I? Solveig Jacobsen, I'm not showing you, but I'm going to show you the star ratings. He was another one who played quite a few games for us, played 8 games for us in all, and it was a shame to let him go, but he was also kicking off, and I couldn't resolve the situation. Usually I ask the other players, and they usually sort it out for us, but in this particular instance I couldn't do. Now, a lot of these players I brought in were, at the time, 4 or 4.5 or 5-star players, and as it turns out, because of the quality of players that have come in afterwards, or all at the same time rather, some of them, like, for instance, like, give you an example, Poulsen was a 5-star player at the beginning of the season. Now he's only deemed a 2.5-star player because the calibre of players that have come in around him are far better. So therefore, he's dropped in his ability in terms of a star rating. So, like, for instance, this kid here, Solveig Egilson, who's actually got a face, he was deemed like I think he was a 5-star player. He's got the 5-star potential and 4-star. He's coming in, he's correct. But, like, for instance, who was it that came in now? I think it was one of the defenders. I think he's on the bench. Nicholson was deemed a 3.5-star player, raising to like 5-star. Is now only a 2-star. So that's a bit of a pain. One last thing I will look at is dynamics. Match cohesion is a bit down, but that's because of all the players who brought in. But as you're aware, it's been going quite well. But we have got 2 games today. First of all, we've got B68-2, and then we've got bottom of the league again. But we'll get into the game, and yeah, join us in a second. Right, so this is the team that we're going for, and basically I've kept the vast majority of the team that got us to the position that we were in before all the players came in. So, like, both the strikers last time had a shocking game, so we're going with Arne and Thompson up top. But otherwise, we've got Nielsen coming back in. He was doing very well before the other defenders came in. Alongside that man, Poulsen. We've got Murchison still in goal. Jutson and Hansen, the 2 fullbacks, along with the Bowen and midfielder in Egilson. They're the only players that are newbies that are going to continue. And Absalonson's playing the captain, Solheim on the left and Danielson on the right. A bit of a weird way to do it. They're playing a 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, whichever way we look at it. They've got a couple of real faces, so it's not going to be an easy game, let's be honest. I didn't look at the table. We are still top. We're only 3 points clear. But yes, I'm hoping that we are going to be able to play a little bit better than last time. But these options aren't great, so I'm just going to go for that one. Moritzen has switched off, which is a bit of a pain in the dick, but never mind. We're going to assertively say I've got faith, and it hasn't rectified it. But I've got a bit of greenery elsewhere, so I'm not too disgruntled. Let's get into this game. Let's kick some ass. Let's get back on track. I've had a couple of teams, actually. I've been linked with a couple of teams as well, like in the press. And I thought, well, I'm top of the league at the minute. I'm just getting used to like the leagues and whatever, yeah. And I don't think it'd be right for me to leave it like halfway through the first season, as well as I have done, But it's one of them. It's. I know the idea is to go and win the top division, but I'm hoping with like goals like that, where that's like bread and butter, where defender cocks up, lets your guy take the ball and crosses in, and Arne scores. He's back on track now because he played a couple of games. He had a bit of an injury for about 3 weeks, so I missed a couple of games anyway by default, but. He had a bit of a barren spell where he didn't score, but I'm glad he scored there because it gets him back in the running because he's the top player in the league as well, I might add, despite being half a star, and that was pretty much before all the other players came in as well. Solheim finds Thompson, should be a goal, it is, and this is it's just very good, isn't it, really? This is the similar sort of thing that's been happening like when we've had the 7-3 and whatever. I guarantee B68-2 will score at least 2 goals in this game, so we need to score at least 3 in my opinion. Hansen with a long ball. The 2 fullbacks have been good, to be fair. They're probably been the best of the new players. Aside from that, the strikers, when they've been in form, like in odd games, they've scored a lot of goals. But when they're not in form and they're not scoring, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But never mind. Awesome. Here we go. There's one of the goals. Guaranteed it. There you are. Right, so we've got another highlight now. Hansen plays it down the line to Solheim. What can he do? He can launch a delightful ball to Arne. Puts it wide. Right, we've got another chance. Get the shouts off. Danielson. What can he do? You can find Solheim. Plays a terrible ball on Hodgegard. That's a poor pass, to be fair. Hansen is there and plays it forward. A long ball, but it's intercepted. But Poulsen is there. Chips it forward to Danielson. Danielson, can he play it in? He can. He's headed away on his fast. Absalonson. Solheim. Across to Danielson. Danielson scores. 3-1. Back on track. Get praised. And yeah, back on track once again. Hopefully now 3-2. Like I said, 2 goals is guaranteed from them. The defenders are just altered. There's nothing that can help that. There's some players that play in this league, and particularly up front, that are semi-pro, and they are shit up compared to any of my players. So I'm just surprised I'm doing as well as I am, because it's just ridiculous. And the good thing is, I've only got the Scandinavian leagues loaded, so because of that reason, it's going quite quick as the season. So I'm quite pleased with that, because normally I play with a lot of leagues loaded, and basically it takes absolutely ages to progress through the season. Particularly, like, say, if you're in England and you're looking for players further afield, you need to have like European leagues switched on and what have you. But yeah, this is a little bit more straightforward. Right, so we're 3-1 up, and I'm going to bring on the other strikers, because the strikers haven't done that well, if I'm being completely honest. They've both got a goal, don't get me wrong, it's pretty impressive. But in terms of like the ultimate destruction of an opposition team, it's not really that great, unless we score here, of course. Danielson plays it in, Thompson scores. And I'm just taking him off. I'm still going to take him off. You know, I've said he wasn't playing that well, but he is really. But it doesn't matter. I'll still keep the change. And then on the counter-attack, here is their second goal. I can smell it. Ooh, Murritson! Don't know what it is I'm smelling. Probably my breath or something. Right, here we go. Corner. Second goal for them. Oh no, it's cleared away. Johannesson to Olsen. Can he flit it in? Hodgegaard. Olsen once again. Danielson is there. Danielson. It's a poor man, Danielson. There you go. There's the second goal. I knew it was coming. It just seems to happen most of the time. Demand some more. We are still 2 goals. Interesting camera angle. We are still 2 goals to the good. But yeah, nice little setup there from Danielson. Fed in Olsen. And keeper's really... I don't think it could do anything about that goal. But never mind. That's the final change, and I'm going to bring on Elias Jacobson for Solheim. Solheim's got a hat-trick of assists. Pretty impressive, to be fair. But this guy can take a free kick, apparently, even though it's like 6 is his like technique and his long shots or something. Neze with a goal kick. It's still not done and dusted. We've had so many games where there's been late goals galore. And this could be another one. Is this going to be 4-3? There's one player in the box. There's 600 defenders, but it finds that one. And yes, this is a little bit concerning. Show some passion, boys. It looks as though this is going to be the last chance. There it is. 4-3 win. A little less comprehensive than what I wanted it to be. But we got the damage done, before it got too much. But it was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance. That is exactly what I'm going to say. But I am going to praise Solheim, who is the man of the match, because he was a beast. So let's tell him that as well. Right, leave the match. Join us in a second for the game against bottom of the league. Right, welcome back to the game against TB2. Sorry, I'm going to say 1. And basically a couple of changes. Pretty much the same team, except for change the strikers around. So I've got Gollum and Johansson. Gollum, by the way, I forgot to show you all the players, didn't I? But this guy is normally called, he's a real player, Gollum. I thought there's no way I'm pronouncing that, so it's definitely Gollum. Got Jonathan Johansson, if you remember him from his Charlton days. But yeah, we've got Johansson who's playing. He's another player that came in. He was a higher rating than this, but yeah, not a bad player. It's more of a winger. Well, he is a winger. He can play wing back as well if needs be, but it's not going to be today. And then getting the van, Magna Van. This is him here. Pretty solid, to be fair. He's actually knocked the other defender down to 2 stars and one that we start off with. But they're playing standard 4-4-2. Let's see how we get on. So let's carry on how we should finish the last match, which basically included us conceding a few goals. It's not ideal, is it really? But, you know, if that's how they're going to react, if that's something they're going to react well to, then I'm game with that. So let's get into today's game. Let's kick bottom of the league's ass. They haven't won a single game. They've drawn 2 games and lost the rest. Right, we've played 24 games. I think this will be the 24th game. Here's Johansson. It goes across the Solheim. It's not 1-0 already, which surprises me. Right, here we go. They're trying to get forward. It's head away. Egilson finds Solheim. A lovely ball to Johansson. Keeper says at home, and Johansson, forces a save from Mortensen, surprisingly. Not sure that the net was going to bulge. Right. It's back with Murritson. In goal. Hansen down the line to Solheim. Plays. Oh, it's a great ball to Gollum. Gollum should score. Oh, Mortensen is apparently the best keeper in the world. Right, we are struggling like crazy to score here. They have not had a shot yet. But you feel that an FM moment could be coming soon to a cinema near you. But no, it's back with Murritson. Murritson now throws it down and finds Justison. Forward to Absalonson. Agilson. What can he do here? Delightful ball to Johansson. Johansson now. Square to Absalonson. Good, great ball to Solheim. He's hit the post. Is it going to be one of those days where we struggle to score? Kicks it along downfield. Only as fast as Handsome. It's a terrible bit of control with his face. And now Jakobsen is in behind. It's a good job we can't finish, isn't it? So it's half time, and they've all been shit, really. And I'm going to tell them that I'm not happy because they are shit. Right, don't react. You three are going to be told, you got no pressure because you're nervous looking. I'm actually going to be ruthless here. I'm going to bring on Arne and Thompson in the second half, and we're going to kick their ass in the second half. Let everyone know that I don't know why I did just that, but anyway, let us give some faith across the board. Why not? Make the difference. Get in. Start second half. The problem is I've clicked the wrong thing, but the tactics need to be changed because we want Thompson as a target man on attack. He does very, very well there, it seems. Seems to score a lot more since I changed him to that. Great tackle by Absalonson. Justin hooks it long downfield. Arne is in behind. He's got one man in the box. Thompson is there. Oh, he's put it wide. Here we go. Goal time. Cleared away. Comes out to Johansson. Solheim. Can he whip it in? No, he can play it to Eggleston. Tries to find his man. Don't know who it was, but Poulsen was there to clear away. Eggleston plays it across. Thompson is there. The target man crosses across to Johansson. Arne is there. He comes. It's a penalty. For what? I'm not going to complain. Thompson will take it. It's decent at finishing. 18 finishing, let's not forget. And it shows exactly why. Get in, boys. It's bad that we're relying on a penalty, but I'm still going to praise them just to, gee them up a little bit. Like give them a bit of belief that they've done something well, so it might affect them in a positive way if I praise them. Eggleston, he's like my main man. He's a guy who's like got a real face. He's the one that I would expect not to be nervous. But anyway, played across. Solheim is there. Should make it 2, or Thompson does anyway. It's a double for Thompson after coming on at half time. And you know what, mate? Fair play. They've had the one shot. It went miles wide. He saw it. It was a half chance. But now we're starting to take control of this game. We're just going to coast it now to the end of the game. And that's 2 wins out of 2 in this live com, which is very pleasing indeed. I tell you what's not pleasing, though, having complacency levels of this amount, including the new signing. But as soon as it goes to 7 out of 10, it's no longer complacent for some reason. But anyway, ball played across. Solheim, can he whip it back across? I can. Thompson heads it. Mortensen does make the save, getting back to his earlier part of the game in terms of the saves that he's making. I've got one more change to make. I'm going to make it now. Who do we bring on? I'm going to bring on Jakobsen once again. I've got 2 Jakobsens, of course. Solheim's been playing like a beast once more, but he's doing really well, to be fair. He started off shit. I remember at the beginning of the season, he was like getting 6.1 and 2, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell, man? I know you can't play there, but you got the attributes, and now he's showing he's actually accomplished now as well, which is fantastic. Long ball forward. Poulsen is there. Is it going to be a tackle moment? It might as well be. Arne scores yet another goal by default because the defender can't, the game just can't deal with this in lower league football. This is like a goal that you see even at the highest level many a time where a defender either does this or gets tackled and the player who tackles him crosses in for a goal just like that. Right, so fantastic performance this last 10 seconds. How are we going to get a fourth? It looks like not. We've beaten 3-0 last time as well with them hardly having a chance. Looks like we're going to do exactly the same again. And yeah, everyone's played quite well, to be fair. Fantastic result. What can I say? Well done. And then praise Thompson, who's played one half and got man of the match. Proud of dominating performance. He's inspired. That's the sort of thing you look for. And he got the assist as well. So very, very good performance. So we're now 6 points clear as well, which is fantastic. How did Fro do? They got beat 3-0 by Stramer. So yeah, fantastic. So looking on to the next live com, I'm probably gonna come back for the last 2 games. No, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back for the game because it looks like we could be going up, or at least I actually had a look at the rules. Let's have a quick look at the rules now, because I'm not sure if it's like a playoff or something. Let's have a look. Promotion. We just win promotion to the division above, so one Delid as it's called. So yes, that is what we're going to do. We're going to come back at the point where it looks like we're going to get promoted, and then we'll do a double live com again, and then we'll just come back after that and do an end of season review. So if that's something that you'll be looking forward to, then go ahead and drop us a like on that. be greatly appreciated, as would subscribing and pressing the notification bell as well, because apparently that is key now if you want to be notified when our videos are going out. If you don't hit it, you will not know when the videos are released. So it'd be all be greatly appreciated if you could go ahead and do that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back at some point, and until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.